show with the winds pulling that smoke into our area. What kind of impact will this have on our health? We are now joined with Travis Knudsen from Lane Regional Air Protection Agency. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. And Travis, first off, has Lane County ever seen air quality this bad?
Good morning, Jamie. And unfortunately, air quality has been this poor before in Lane County. And this usually happens when we see those wildfires that are in a particular spot with the particular wind direction that's blowing the smoke in our particular direction. And unfortunately, that is the setup that we're heading into with the development of these strong easterly downsloping winds off the Cascades. Really saw it late last night. Right around 7 o'clock, that smoke just sort of moved in the same way a frontal passage might move its way through the region. It arrived and it really degraded our air quality, and it looks like it'll be with us through today and through parts of tomorrow. But we have had air quality that's been this poor. Most recent memory was back in 2017. We had some nearby wildfires that put a lot of smoke into our region, but it does happen, unfortunately, and today is going to be one of those days.
All right. And overnight, I had my air conditioning on because we've been seeing 90, close to 100 temperatures. And of course, we're going to be seeing that all week. But when I woke up this morning, it just reeked of smoke in my apartment. So what can residents do to stay cool during this heat wave we're seeing, but also be safe from this bad air quality?
Yeah, that is sort of the balance you want to try to make. Usually you open your windows at night for relief from the daytime heat, but unfortunately in our current situation with the smoke, it's best to really keep your those doors and windows closed as best as you can. You can still try to increase some circulation in your home through using fans. Another thing that's really easy to do is take a HEPA box filter, kind of a DIY project, and put it in front of the box fan and sort of rubber band it together and keep the air circulating and moving to that filter. That does help as well. But the best option available to people at this point in time is to just try to stay indoors as long as you can. Keep the doors and windows closed. And in your home, if you have one of those HEPA filters on your furnace, swap that out. Make sure that's a brand new HEPA filter. That'll provide the most amount of sort of particulate protection from the smoke as we deal with this degraded air quality.
All right, I have one more final question for you. Masks. We are all wearing masks pretty much everywhere. Do the masks that we have, the cloth masks, the surgical masks, do they help at all?
When it comes to smoke, unfortunately, they don't. For a sort of pandemic perspective, the cloth masks are very helpful, but when it comes to protecting your lungs from the particulate matter that's in the sort of smoke, the wildfire smoke, the cloth masks don't help. You're going to want something that is the N95 rated masks, not necessarily the medical one. You'll see a lot of like the painter's masks or even the smoke masks that are firmly fit on your face, and those are the types of masks that will help with this sort of smoky environment. The cloth masks won't do much of anything in a situation like this, unfortunately.
All right, thank you so much, Travis, for joining us here this morning, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Again, we're going to be continuing to follow the air quality and the fires burning here in Western Oregon.
Of course. Thank you. Hey, Jamie.
All right, starting today, the Douglas Forest Protective Association will move to industrial fire precaution level 4. That means all industrial activity is prohibited on all land in the Douglas district. For the general public, DFPA's public use restrictions remain in effect, and the fire danger rating is still extreme. Also today, all Coos Forest Protective Association fire zones will go to a level 4 closure. Regulated use will remain at extreme red.
Air quality alerts right now in effect for parts of the area until this evening, likely being extended into the day on Wednesday. In fact, I can guarantee you those air quality alerts get extended through Wednesday. And with that in mind, do not go outside today if you can avoid it. Definitely don't go outside to do any kind of running or biking because we're going to be tracking that poor air quality throughout the afternoon. Smoky skies expected, 83 degrees at the coast. That strong east wind, you better believe, is going to warm things up there for those coastal communities. Inland locations looking at about 91 in the valley. I lowered the temperature a couple degrees because that haze will keep the temperature from getting a little bit, from not getting quite as hot. And then 94 down there in Douglas County.
Coming up on KCI 9 News this morning, we're going to continue to keep you updated on the fire conditions raging here in Western Oregon. Plus, we have more information on the moments leading up to that shooting in downtown Portland from last weekend that left one man dead. What these unsealed documents are now revealing.
You're watching KCI 9 News this morning. Live, local, late breaking.